trust you're doing well at this particular point in time in human history. In this video, I speak with Mary Dickens. Mary is the coordinator of Fostering Hope, and Tasmanian Baptists has an arrangement, a partnership with them to ask them to help us in the area of delivering foster care services in partnership with BapCare. So Mary, as we begin, just could you explain something about what Fostering Hope is and what you do?
Hi everyone out there. So Fostering Hope is a ministry, a Christian ministry, and our purpose is to raise awareness about the needs of vulnerable children in Australia. So there's thousands of children living in out-of-home care that need homes and need people to come around them as loving community. So we really feel the church is the place to respond to that. So we're trying to raise awareness about the needs of these kids to the Christian community in Australia, ultimately find more foster carers, and then equip churches to be able to support those who become carers through people wrapping around and supporting the families, as well as helping children's and youth ministries become trauma-informed and aware.
Thanks, Mary. That's great. And I'm just wondering, how has it sort of been through the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic and the restrictions? What's it meant for you, your organisation, and particularly for those that you're caring for?
So personally, so for those who don't know, so we've got 5 boys. So that, like a lot of us, has meant taking time off work and doing homeschooling with the 5 kids. For me, with work, it's meant that a lot of speaking engagements, which we had set up to go and talk at churches. We had a big week long of speaking engagements up in Launceston for their Launceston Alive Easter week. So all those things have been cancelled or postponed. For fostering and kinship families, so we support just over 30 families in the south of Tasmania at the moment. The impact's been really huge. So there's been some positives. So everyone's happy that haven't had the department in our lives. So people have been able to kind of just get on with life a little bit more normally. I heard a carer describe it's been nice not to be living in the fishbowl anymore. But it's also meant that visits for children with birth parents have been cancelled, respite care has been cancelled, so all those additional supports that were in place, allied health services supports have all been cancelled. So for a lot of our families where they've got lots of kids with trauma and with high needs, it's been a really tough time, as well as I've heard the opposite of a nice time of just being able to get on with life as a family without worrying about all the extra stuff that is involved in being a foster or kinship carer. Unfortunately for the kind of the out-of-home care and the child protection space, the prediction is that there's going to be a 50% increase in the number of vulnerable children as a result of COVID. So families that were kind of just getting along, and then because of the economic impact and social isolation that COVID's caused, has potentially put more children at risk. And while as Christians and as Fostering Hope, we never want kids to be removed from parents, there is potentially going to be a need for more foster carers as a result of this.
Thanks, Mary. You are passionate about it, and thanks for sharing something of that passion. And I know you're always on the lookout. In fact, we've asked you as Tasmanian Baptists to work with us and BapCare in helping facilitate people find their place in how they can be part of caring for some of our most vulnerable children in many different forms. What's the best way that they can maybe pursue that interest and think a little bit more about it?
So definitely, if you know a fostering family, to see, just ask them how you can help. For us, praying, there is, as I said, there's more children entering care every year. So we just need prayer to find more carers. We need mentors for kids in care, so that's a real need if you're in that age group. And just really pray that the church in Australia gets this, that we can see this as this. My ultimate goal is that, just like we talk about sponsoring a child from overseas, that the needs of vulnerable children and putting them in homes, in families, in churches is just part of the conversation.
Well, thanks, Mary, for your time, for your passion, and for your partnership with us as Tasmanian Baptists and also with BapCare in the providing of care and love and ministry to some of the most vulnerable people in our communities. I pray that as church communities, we will see many in our local congregations gather together to care for these people who are really vulnerable. Please connect with Mary. Explore ways in which you can get involved. And I look forward to what God will do in and through us in the days, months, weeks, years ahead. May God bless you in your prayers and your deliberations.